UFC Fight Night London 2026. The main event, the entire card is official. Movsar will be facing Lerone Murphy on home soil for Murphy in London as a main event, 5-round main event for the #1 contender spot to fight Volkanovski and in the featherweight division. This is an absolute banger. This is a banger. We predicted this. I'm going to just, let's say we predicted this. We predicted a couple fights on this card. We're going to get into the entire card. I'm going to give my early prediction for every fight on the card. It's a very solid fight night. There's some interesting fights that, the matchmaking is a little odd, but lots of fun fights. Before we get into the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get it started. So we'll start with the prelims. We'll go from the prelims. We'll go to the main card. We've got every single fight on the card. I believe there's 11 or 12 fights on this card. Lots of different people from different places. You see the majority of the flags are obviously British, but look at how many different flags there are. There are barely any Americans on this card. I don't even know if there is an American on this card. I'm pretty sure it's people from all over the place, different countries all over the place, which is great. When they go to Europe, they bring people from all over Europe and from all over the world, which is amazing. You love to see it. But we got Chanel Dyer versus Ravina Oliveira. There's not much to say there. I mean, I saw Ravina Oliveira live in Vancouver. She got subbed. That was great to see. But Chanel Dyer is a British prospect. She lost on Dana White Contender Series, but she still got a contract because she was marching forward. She was bloody. She was cut open, and she just kept pushing forward. And they need some UK WMMA fighters, so they signed Chanel Dyer. We'll see. I think she gets past Ravina Oliveira. I'm going to take Chanel Dyer. But then we got Shamrock coming back versus Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi. Jeez, this bro's name takes up so much space. I'm going to go Shamrock. Man, I think this is a great bounce back spot for Shamrock. I kind of wish they did Shamrock versus the boy Anshul Jubilee. He was calling for it. They didn't give him that, but I think Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi's been out for so long. This is a perfect spot for Shamrock to get his first win in the UFC. So I'm going to take Shamrock to win this one as well. Then we got Mick Parkin versus Mario Pinto. Not to toot my own freaking horn, toot. Man, I predicted this shit. I'm the best predictor in the UFC, okay? All right, on the YouTube, I'm the best YouTube predictor. I predicted Mario Pinto versus Mick Parkin as the perfect fight. I predicted this, 3 weeks ago? Perfect prediction by me. Perfect. Come on. All right, boys. Perfect prediction by me. Good fight, though. Really good fight. I said this was going to be a very high chance that they made this fight because Mick Parkin, obviously, UK guy. They're going to want him to fight in the UK. On a fight night, on a card like this, and then Mario Pinto trains in the UK, so it makes sense. He popped out with the, I know English, and then he comes in he just starts going off. He just starts going off because he's got a British accent. Mario Pinto speaks perfect English. He's got a British accent. He's trolling. He's funny. He seems like a very good heavyweight prospect, and I think Mario Pinto is going to win this fight, but Mick Parkin could make it tricky. He is going to be, I would say he's probably going to be bigger than Mario Pinto, like, size-wise, you know what I'm saying? But I think Pinto's a way better striker. He showed his grappling skills against Jonathan Deniz, and he looks like a very promising heavyweight prospect. So that's a great fight between Mick Parkin and Mario Pinto. I would put that higher up even on the prelims. But then we got Mantis contra Divisius versus Antonio Tricoli. Why is Tricoli still in the fucking UFC? It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. And Montes fuck that last. I can't say that last name. Montes won on Dana White Contender Series. I remember he got a first-round knockout against some just bum. I think he was a bum from the UK or France or something. He just slimed him out early, and I expect him to do the same against Antonio Tricoli. If you don't beat Tricoli, you're getting booted from the UFC. That's basically the bar. The bar is very low. The bar is super low. So I'm going to go with Montas to win this fight by round 1 knockout. I mean, come on. Why is Tricoli still in the UFC? No idea. Doesn't deserve to be paid. Doesn't deserve to get anything. But I'm going to go with Montas to win that one. Then we got Louis Sutherland versus Brando Parach's fat heavyweight peak matchup right here. Louis Sutherland is the guy that got heel hooked by Walter Walker in round 1 in like a minute or 2 minutes. He got flabbered down to the ground, and the whole octagon went boom, 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 as he fell to the mat, and then he just got heel hooked. Like every guy that gets heel hooked, every fat blob that gets heel hooked by Walter Walker. And Brando Parach is a very good heavyweight prospect. He fought on that Australia card, the fight night, and he chinned that American guy in the first round, really brutally knocked him out. The guy was way smaller than him, I won't lie, but Brando Parach is very good prospect. He's fast. He's got power in the hands. He seems very agile for the heavyweight division, and I think he's going to just blob out Louis Sutherland. I'm not going to lie. Louis Sutherland, after getting off the PEDs, is looking fat. He's looking slow. I think Brando Parachich is faster, more powerful, so give me Parachich as the early prediction for this one, but that's going to be a decent fight. Two fat heavyweights going at it. We love to see it. It's either going to be a round 1 knockout or it's going to be a slob 15 minutes of nothing, but I think Brandon Perich is going to slime out Louis Sutherland in the first round. Then we got Nathaniel Wood. Nathaniel Woods, he's a great fighter, you know. He's a great fighter. Nathaniel Wood versus Losine Keita. Good fight. They're giving Losine Keita another chance. Pray he doesn't miss weight here, all right? If Losine Keita misses weight, it's over. It's over, buddy. You're done with. Oh, my God. This drink is fixing my gut and my... Oh, God, man. Oh, I wish I was going to the UK, man. If one of you guys got a ticket to send me, or somebody send me a ticket to fly from Canada to the UK to watch this card, man, I could get a pint and I could watch this card. But Nathaniel Wood versus Losine Keita, solid fight. I think Nathaniel Wood's probably going to win. I mean, dude's on a long win streak. I think he's a very good striker. I think Losine Keita's going to have to knock out Nathaniel Wood if he wants to win this one. I don't really see that happening. Nathaniel Wood obviously got a robbery decision in his last one against Jose Miguel Delgado. I thought he lost that fight. It was very close, but I did think he lost that fight, and he gets really lucky, and they're here in London, so if it goes to the judges' scorecards, I expect Nathaniel Wood to win again. I did predict that Wood would be fighting Pitbull, but obviously that doesn't happen here. But if Wood wins this fight, he's getting a ranked opponent, let's just be honest. So I'm going to go with Wood as the early prediction. But then we got Mason Jones versus Axel Sola. Sneaky good banger here as the main prelim in the lightweight division. Axel Sola was fighting at 170. He moved down to lightweight, his proper division. And this is a great fight. This is a really, really tough fight to predict. I'm going to go with Mason Jones, but I think Axel Sola is actually sneaky good. He trains in Montreal. He also trains in France. He's a French fighter. And he knocked out Reese McKee in his last one at 170. And now he's moving down, so we'll see if he can carry that size, carry that power down to lightweight, or if Mason Jones just has the lighter man skill, is faster, has the better grappling. But that's what I do expect, is I think Mason Jones is going to grapple up Axel Sola, and if he can get him to the ground, I think Mason Jones does his best work there. He had a great performance against Balaji Oki, absolutely smashed him. Smashed Balaji pause to smithereens though with elbows. Almost had a choke for a second, but just destroyed Balaji, which is a great look. So I think Mason Jones is back. I think he's looking really good. I think he wins this fight. I'm going to go with Mason Jones as the early pick. Then we go to the main card. The prelims are pretty good, but the main card is obviously where the best fights are. We'll talk about the main card. Curtis Campbell versus Danny Silva opens up the main card. I'm kind of surprised that they have Curtis Campbell on the main card debuting, and he's fighting Danny Silva here. I like this, but I don't like this on the main card. I think this is too soon for this to be on the main card. You know, debut for Curtis Campbell. He's on the main card in London, in his hometown. There's a lot of pressure with that. We'll see if pressure makes diamonds or if the pressure makes him crumble. All right. I like Curtis Campbell, though. He's a very unassuming looking guy. All right, he looks like he could get whooped up by any random bloke on the street. All right, he looks like he could just get chefed up by anybody. But he's good. He's very good. His nickname's the Pink Panther. He's smooth. He got a very good round one knockout on Dana White Contender Series. Looked phenomenal doing it, and he's on a huge win streak. I believe he's undefeated, and I think he's gonna beat Danny Silva because I think Curtis Campbell has the grappling to get in close, take down Danny Silva at will. Danny Silva's got good takedown defense. He's got really good boxing, but he does struggle when it does come to close, in tight boxing and clinch work. That's what I mean, clinch work. Danny Silva's got good boxing at range, but when it's in close and there's clinching and he's got to deal with somebody really in his face, he does struggle a little bit. I think Curtis Campbell's going to be in his face, and I think Curtis Campbell's going to just grapple him up and really clinch him up and take him down. So give me Curtis Campbell's early prediction. It's a good fight, though. I don't know about it being on the main card, but it is a good fight. They want to build up Curtis Campbell. They need some British prospects. Then we got Roman Dolidze versus Christian Leroy Duncan. CLD, baby. Okay. Banger fight. Really, really good fight. I think Roman Dolidze needs this win badly, but I do think CLD can win this, and I think CLD can chin Roman Dolidze. Really. CLD's been looking amazing, really good. The problem is every time he gets into these high-level matchups where he's not in the apex and he's out in a big crowd and he's fighting in front of fans and there's noise and there's pressure and all this, he can't find the finish or he can't get his game going. But when he's in the apex, he absolutely dominates people. This guy's putting on spinning elbows and spinning back fists and just a masterclass. That's what he did back-to-back now. He just knocked out the Brazilian guy who trains at Shoot the Box, and then before that he knocked out the vet in like round one, both of them in round one and round two, I believe. Like really nasty back-to-back spinning knockouts. So CLD is very good. And it is a question of, can he stay composed in the crowd, in a live event, surrounded by, a bunch of his fans and a bunch of British fans. So it's going to be tough, but I think CLD can get this done. I think he's the way better striker. I don't think Roman Dolidze is fast enough to go tit for tat with Christian Leroy Duncan. I think the speed is going to be miles difference. There's going to be a mile difference of the speed. So I'm going to go with CLD to win this fight by knockout. I think he can beat Roman Dolidze. I think he can chin him. So I think CLD is good enough to get ranked. We'll see. Give me CLD to win this one, though. Then we got Iwo Baraniewski versus Austin Lane. Again, this is weird that this is on the main card, but it's going to be a knockout. It's a guaranteed round one knockout, and let's just be honest, it's going to be Iwo Baraniewski at minus 2,000 odds, and the round one knockout is going to be minus 1,000, okay? Because Iwo Baraniewski is about to put fucking hands on Austin Lane. I don't know why Austin Lane's still in the UFC. He's been here just to build prospects. He was fed to Mario Pinto, who chinned him in the first round. He was fed to Vitor Petrino in his heavyweight debut, and he's being fed to Iwo Baraniewski to build this guy up. He's now at light heavyweight. So he's dropping weight. He's down to light heavyweight now. And this is probably the wrong move. Because if your chin's bad at heavyweight and you move down to light heavyweight, that doesn't go well. It doesn't go well. So I'm going to go with Iwo Baraniewski to get this one done. Round one knockout, brutal knockout. Probably overhand right, just chins the fuck out of Austin Lane. He just goes unconscious, and he's just dead. It's over. All right, it's over. And then we're cutting Austin Lane. Please, UFC, we're cutting him after he gets chinned by Iwo Baraniewski. But I think Baraniewski dominates Austin Lane. He could even sub him as well. But I do think Iwo just going to put big hands on him. Yeah, crazy fight. With the Turkish power guy in 2025 at the end of the year. Great debut and chin the fuck out of him. So I think Austin Lane's an even easier matchup for Iwo Baraniewski. Give me Iwo to win this fight by knockout. Then we got Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson. Very weird fight. I'm not going to lie. Very weird. I saw this and I was like, wait a second. Is that Michael Venom Page? Like, very weird to do this because MVP, when I predicted this fight card and I did my entire prediction video, I had the idea of putting MVP versus Israel Adesanya. I thought that was a crafty, genius idea by me. And I was like, this is genius. And then I saw that Izzy got booked against Pyfer. So I was like, okay, who are they going to book MVP up with? But it seems that they put MVP versus Sam Patterson. They put British versus British. What are they doing? Not to mention the fact that MVP is not even ranked at welterweight. Why are we doing this? I thought MVP was going to stay at middleweight. I thought he was going to keep fighting at middleweight. He was ranked number, 10 or 11 or something? He just needed one more big fight to crack the top 5. No joke. He's like 3-1 in the UFC. He's beat like most of his competition besides number 1 ranked Ian Gary in the welterweight division. So I don't understand this move. I don't know why the UFC's done this, but hopefully it's a good fight. I mean, Michael Venom Page knows how to stink up a fight. He's a performer, but he knows how to stink up a fight. And Sam Patterson is on a 3 or 4 fight win streak, all by finish. So let's hope MVP doesn't absolutely slime that out and just stop that and halt that train. And please don't make this a snooze fest, MVP. But I do think Sam Patterson is going to win this fight. You know, I think MVP is a very tricky opponent for 99% of people, but I do like the Sam Patterson grappling. That's the big thing is Sam Patterson, before he just started getting knockout back-to-back now, he's got back-to-back knockouts, he was getting submissions nonstop. And he was looking really good doing it. And at welterweight, he's bigger. He's much more physically imposing. And I do think he can get on the inside of MVP striking and get a takedown and find a submission. So I'm going to go with Sam Patterson to get a breakout performance. Huge submission win over Michael Venom Page. This is going to be a shocking one because I do expect Sam Patterson to be the underdog. But I'm going to go with Sam Patterson to get a submission win in this fight. Then we move on to apparently the co-main event, which I think is wrong. I really think this is wrong. This better not be the co-main. No offense to Luke Riley and Michael Aswell, but this is a prelim fight. This is a prelim fight. I picked Luke Riley to be on this card, but I put him up against who did I put him up against? Oh my goodness, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the video. I put him up against. Okay, yeah. It was against Hyder Emil. This would have been a scrap. This is a banger. This is even better than against Michael Aswell, but they decided to do Michael Aswell versus Luke Riley. Probably not the co-main event, but it is a good fight. It is a good fight to build up Luke Riley. I think he beats Michael Aswell. I think he's got faster hands. I think his boxing's cleaner. I think he's way faster than Michael Aswell. Michael Aswell got a layup of a fight in his last one, fighting a dude with a broken hand in Brazil. And I think Luke Riley wins this fight like 9 times out of 10. Michael Aswell could catch Riley, but he's not going to grapple Luke Riley. He's not going to be looking for takedowns. This is going to be a stand and bang fight where Luke Riley is faster, more powerful, and is in his hometown where he's going to be getting judging bias every single time. So give me Luke Riley to win this one, but this is a good fight. This is a scrap. I don't think it's the co-main. I swear the co-main's probably Roman Dolidze versus CLD. And then Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson. Even MVP versus Sam Patterson co-main ain't too bad. But this shouldn't be the co-main. I really don't think that's the co-main. And then we move on, though, to the main event. Movsar Evloev versus Lerone Murphy. The main event. The fight that we all predicted. That we predicted this one, boys. This is the fight to make. It was the fight to make, and they finally did it. I'm glad the UFC did this. Didn't beat around the bush. They didn't put Aljamain Sterling in the fucking main event against Lerone Murphy, okay? We got a good fight here for the number one contender, clear cut. Whoever wins this fight is fighting Volkanovski or fighting for a vacant title if Volk does retire, but I don't think Volk's going to retire. He said he wants Evloev or he wants Murphy, and we're going to get that because we got this fight booked in March 21st, and it's a main event for 5 rounds. I think this is going to be a very close fight, but I do have to pick Movsar Evloev. I really want to pick Lerone Murphy. I really do, and I want Lerone to win. But seeing Lerone Murphy get out-grappled by Aaron Pico and get taken down by Aaron Pico has me worried. Even though Movsar has been out for a year and a half, I still think his grappling is just going to be too much for Lerone. As much as I want to say this is going to be a back-and-forth scramble and war and just like super fun, it's going to be a 5-round fight. I don't think we're going to see a finish, but I do think Evloev is going to chain wrestle like crazy. I think he's going to chain wrestle like his life depends on it, and Murphy doesn't have that one-shot knockout power to chin Evloev. He could stun him in a moment, but I don't see him putting down Evloev. I don't see him landing a spinning back elbow. I think Evloev is just going to chain wrestle the entire fight. This is going to be a Hamzat-esque, Islam Makhachev-esque performance for 5 rounds. I'm not going to lie. As much as I hate to say it, and as much as I'm sorry to the British fans, your boy's about to get literally just smudged for 5 rounds. I really hope, I'm going to be rooting for Murphy. I really hope Murphy just slimes out Evloev and gets that title shot. That would be peak. It would be peak. But I think Evloev, even with the layoff, he's still the better grappler, and that's what it really comes down to. The guy that has the wrestling gets to determine if he wants to stand or if he wants to grapple, and Evloev's probably going to want to grapple. So give me Movsar Evloev by decision as the early prediction, as the early lean for this UFC London Fight Night main event. It's a pretty solid card, boys. Overall, pretty solid card. I would rate it like a 7 out of 10. We don't have that many ranked opponents or ranked fighters on this card, which is kind of sad to see. I think they should put Mick Park and Mario Pinto on the main card. I think you could put Mason Jones, Axel Sola on the main card, or Nathaniel Wood, Losine Keita on the main card, and get rid of Luke Riley, Michael Aswell off the main card. Get rid of Curtis Campbell, Danny Silva off the main card. You could really switch this up. I don't know why the UFC's gone with this order. I think they have to redo this order, I would think. But it's a solid card overall. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this card, who you guys are picking in the main event. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. See you.